You nervous? Good.
Chilling. I talk to people.
It's like his pulse barely moves.
Talk to people every day.
Yeah,
So
of course.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Thank you.
No, this is pretty
Yeah.
frightening up here.
Carly, whenever you're ready. Ready to roll? Okay. Introduce everyone to Jackson Hawes. We'll open it up for questions. Rod?
Jackson, I was wondering if you could give us a little backstory of, how you ended up here, what the communication was like to send you down here.
Yeah, I mean, I graduated from Yale, obviously, and then entered the transfer portal just because I had another year of eligibility. And, I think right away from the get-go, of the schools that were talking to me, I saw something really special with Georgia Tech, kind of one of the schools where I had like a one-on-one conversation with Coach Key over the phone, which was really special. And not only that, but the entire offensive staff. And, they were, just I think from the get-go, I saw something really special in, what they're building here, and I wanted to really be a part of that, yeah.
Okay.
What's it been like playing in this offense? It was obviously very prolific last year, and tight ends are a big part of it, and the way that Coach Faulkner and Coach Brock and those guys work with you guys, just how has that adjustment been?
Man, it's a blast. I mean, it really helps having Coach Faulkner. I think that he does a really good job emphasizing the tight end. Watching practice today, there was some fun stuff we were doing in there. So, I mean, it's truly really fun, and I think all the coaches come from a background that really is kind of run heavy, which is something that I specialize in, and that's kind of another reason why I wanted to come down here. I think that it really plays to my strengths being down here. So, yeah.
What's the academic context? What was your degree at Yale, and what are you studying now? What does life after football maybe include?
So I got my degree in economics at Yale. Here, I would have loved to get a master's if they had any accelerated programs, but just because I'm here for a year, the Scheller College of Business offers a bunch of certificates. So I'm doing one in information systems. Obviously I'd love to keep playing football as long as I can, but something in finance I think would be really interesting. I've done an internship in, a private equity firm that was really fun. So, yeah, and it being in Atlanta, I think, to kind of go back to another reason why I came down here is just there's so many networking opportunities that I've seen, and it's been amazing. You get to know one person, and then they introduce you to two others in different industries, and you kind of just grow from there. So that's been something that has been really fun so far.
So is this part of a plan to maybe play in the NFL as well?
Totally, yeah. I mean, I felt like I had really good film at Yale. I played a good bit, 3 years there. And I did just kind of want to I don't know if like play it safe is the right word, but just get another year of experience under my belt. Playing in the ACC, it's a step up definitely from the Ivy League. So I wanted to kind of, prove to myself that I can, handle it against tougher competition for sure.
Jackson?
Well, like you were just saying, like going from Yale to playing in the ACC is a pretty big step up. How have you adjusted, and what have you had to do anything differently, and what's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest adjustment, it hasn't really been, guys are just a lot faster. Stuff just happens a lot faster out there. You see a lot more unique kind of twists and tweaks on defense that, I'm kind of not really used to. I'm used to seeing a lot more basic stuff. So that has been kind of understanding the defense has probably been the biggest area where I've had to like step up in for sure.
I think one of the things that Coach Key got you on our radar was talking about in the spring, your ability to fall forward and be a target in the red zone. And kind of how do you pride yourself on that? Is that like in the passing game, is that kind of where you see your best asset being, is being able to get those extra yards and in the red zone?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I think mentally, just when I get the ball, it's kind of funny you bring that up because every time watching football when I was a kid, my dad would always point out, when someone was running the ball, he'd be like, oh, you see how he fell forward, or you see how he didn't fall forward? And he's like, you always want to fall forward. So I guess maybe just having that kind of in the back of my mind every time I get the ball, like I can't fall backwards. I just got to be behind my pads. And yeah, to go to your point, like I think, you know, in the past, Georgia Tech's done a bunch of cool stuff with the tight ends in the red zone. So I'm really excited to see what they scheme up this year.
Is there anything else?
Naturally, you're learning the offense for the first time, but there's also a couple of freshmen in your room now. Have you been able to help them while they're also going through a similar, progression?
Yeah, totally. It's fun just kind of being like the old guy of the group and kind of remembering my days as a freshman, a little knucklehead running around. That's one area I think I could really improve on is kind of being a leader for those guys and spending extra time with them, learning the offense. And, I already had the spring, and I do feel like I'm comfortable with the offense so far. I do think that's probably an area of growth that I need to improve on is being better for those guys and helping them get it down. But they've impressed me so far. There's a lot of athletes. We got 3, ballers in that class. So.
All right, Jackson, thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Great talking to you.